In the context of the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl window, as discussed in this segment of Get Up, Louis Riddick and the panel dive deep into what's preventing America's team from breaking through. From the American perspective, this conversation touches on familiar frustrations about the Cowboys' lack of postseason success, and it sheds light on structural and cultural issues within the franchise. One of the biggest themes in this analysis is the sense that the Cowboys, under Jerry Jones' leadership, haven't adapted to the new competitive realities of the NFL. The comparison to the Philadelphia Eagles, both financially and strategically, paints a stark contrast. The Eagles, over the last 3 seasons, have outspent Dallas by $78 million in cash, according to Hembo's statistics. While spending alone doesn't guarantee success, it's the way the Eagles have wisely invested in players and coaching staff that has allowed them to consistently be competitive. The Cowboys, despite being the most valuable sports franchise globally, have failed to match the Eagles in strategic spending or roster development. The segment emphasizes that Dallas' struggles aren't merely about money but also tactical decisions. The Cowboys have failed to build a roster that can stop the run effectively, which Riddick and the panel agree is a fundamental flaw. The inability to stop the run has been a recurring issue for Dallas, especially when compared to recent Super Bowl champions, most of whom had top-tier run defenses. This weakness is demoralizing, not just for the team but also for its fan base, which sees these same issues plague the Cowboys year after year. The idea of trading Micah Parsons, raised by some fans, brings an interesting debate. While some argue that Dallas should leverage Parsons to acquire draft picks and rebuild their roster, the panel strongly disagrees. Parsons is seen as the type of generational talent you don't give up, especially in a league where defense wins championships. Instead of trading him, the Cowboys need to surround him with other elite players who can fortify the defense. As Kimberly Martin puts it, Dallas doesn't need to trade away its best players. It needs more players like Parsons. From an American football fan's point of view, the frustration with the Cowboys comes down to missed opportunities and poor decision-making. While Jerry Jones' desire to be hands-on with his team has endeared him to many Cowboys fans, it has also led to tactical errors. As the panel discusses, this has included delaying contract negotiations and failing to act decisively in free agency. These recurring mistakes have kept Dallas in a state of mediocrity, despite having some of the most talented individual players in the league. The overarching question posed in the segment is whether Dallas' Super Bowl window is truly closed. There's a shared sentiment that the window may not have ever fully opened during this current era of the Cowboys. Despite winning their division a couple of years ago, they've struggled to maintain consistency, especially with the rise of NFC East rivals like the Eagles and Washington. Riddick and the panel's analysis aligns with what many Cowboys fans feel: frustration with a team that has the resources and talent but falls short because of systemic issues. The Cowboys' inability to build a cohesive, dominant team despite their financial might, cultural prominence, and fan base leads to the ongoing narrative that Dallas' Super Bowl aspirations remain just out of reach. In conclusion, this discussion isn't just about whether Dallas can win a Super Bowl. It's about the Cowboys' need for a change in philosophy, both in how they build their team and how they spend their vast resources. Without addressing these deeper issues, the Cowboys risk continuing on a path of unfulfilled potential, with a Super Bowl as elusive as ever.